you bit of a rabble rouser. You bit of a rabble rouser.
What happened?
Well,
Hey, hold on. Let me ask you something. What happened? You read any news site?
well, yeah, I got a lot of.
Hey, what happened?
I got blasted. Apparently,
Your boy provides a buzz.
stirring the pot a little bit.
Stirring the pot. You know what I'm doing? My night last night.
What are you doing?
I'm about to. It's Schaub and Friends, right?
Yeah.
Another sold out show. Be cool,
Yeah.
right? I'm there with Dalia, Eric Griffin.
Please don't do quiet brags, but just tell me the story.
I'm not. So
Yeah.
we're all chilling, and
Yeah.
then my brother's like, fuck, Dana called you a fucking idiot. And I'm like,
Dana called you a fucking idiot.
fucking idiot. And then
he's very to the point.
well, his vocabulary is hilarious.
But what did you do?
Anyway,
What did you do?
Hey, like his vocabulary, dude, does it come with fucking seltzers? What are you doing, dude? You're such a bro. Are you rushing for Sigma
So
Pi
just so
Beta?
you know, before you tell the story, I purposely stayed ignorant. I just got a bunch of clips
hear
of
from
Dana
me.
calling you like.
A
And I
fucking
was like,
dummy. Yeah.
what did he do?
So that went viral, and then I went, oh. And then I didn't think it was much, on the Schaub show every Monday. I get on there, and because I've had how many fights? Over 15 fights in the UFC. I've been in those
Weigh-ins.
the weigh-ins. So when he goes,
been there.
when he goes, it was so much chaos and mayhem. We have to shut down the weigh-ins. I watched. I went, I bet the footage can be lit. Day goes by, nothing. Another day goes by, nothing. After the fights, I'm like, they're gonna release some of it, nothing. They released one like half-assed video, but it was weak as fuck. So I was like, let's just go through the math here,
Okay.
right?
What are you saying?
This is what I'm saying.
Or are you just asking questions?
I'm asking questions. So, but here's my question. There's 26 fighters on the card, on that particular card. Each fighter gets minimum 2 cornermen. So let's say 2 to 3. If you have the main event, you can have 5, right? And there's basically 2 main events. So that's if they both
Calculator, please.
So 5 times 4, so you have 20 there.
78 before.
So 78 total. But let's say the main event. So and then you include staff and security. Let's just round it down to a nice number like 100. Well, at those weigh-ins, guys are bored as shit. Everybody's on their phone to entertain them, and they're getting their mind off the fight. Everybody's on their phone. So if there was mayhem, what would happen?
Hold on.
No,
you just put it in
air
quotes.
quotes. Air quote. Mayhem.
You're already saying there.
No, I'm just saying. No, look, mayhem. So if there was mayhem for the biggest UFC, this never happened before because there's never been drama in the UFC. Also, there's no camera crew at all venues.
And you're saying nobody has cameras on their phone.
Oh, it's so weird, man. So to me, when he said that, all I said is like, I'm not a big conspiracy guy. If you want to talk about JFK Jr., I'm your Huckabee. You want to talk about Charles Manson? I read Chaos. I'm your Huckabee. Yeah. Outside that, I don't entertain the lizard people. I don't entertain Flat Earth. I don't entertain a lot of this shit. But when it comes to that, I just have some questions.
You're just asking questions?
And I'm a fucking dummy? Well, here's the thing. You can't call another grown man a fucking dummy at a press conference.
Pretty aggressive.
And I'm just going to lay back and be chill. Because here's the other thing.
It's pretty funny.
It's funny, but also not that
There's something about those. There's something about when you call somebody what you'd call somebody when you were in middle school. That cracks me up. Like just going, you're a dummy.
You know what's funny about it is he has $400 million in the bank and then still calls people fucking dummies.
Dana gets emotional. Dana's an emotional guy, right?
Sure. We can try to help him as much as we can, and I get it. My thing is that why don't they print all the stuff I say good about him? When's the last time you heard me say something bad about him? Go ahead. Because when he stuck up for our buddy Joe Rogan, I went, you know what? And go ahead and play the fucking tape back for all the people that are balls deep in this. I went, you know what? Because what he did for Rogan, it's not my story to tell. I've never told the story. I went, I'm going to quit being so hard on Dana. I don't know how the company goes, so I'm going to quit nitpicking everything that he does.
You've been fair because you've said a lot of times, I don't know what it's like to run the UFC. So for me to criticize Dana,
yeah, it's insane. I mean,
he's being criticized right now.
Yeah, I could do it, but still, it's not brain surgery. But also,
this is the game we play. When you say one negative thing, but I don't think you say anything negative. It sounds to me like so. Let me get what you're saying.
And I went hard in the paint. But also,
let me get what you're saying. Let me just stop you and say,
get your hand on my face, bro.
You're saying,
dude, I'm a rabble right now.
Well, you're a rabble rouser.
I'm a rabble rouser.
You're a rabble rouser.
I'm all rabbled up.
Yeah.
I'm all bunched up.
Now here's the thing. You're basically.
I'll pretend you're Dana and
sounds like you're
you.
saying this. I'll answer back, but it sounds like you're saying this. It sounds like you're saying that Kevin Holland did not Spartan kick Khamzat Chimaev in the chest.
You know you fucked up, right? Because it's Khamzat Spartan kick.
Yes, I'm
Kevin
sorry.
Holland.
I'm sorry. Khamzat Spartan
carry
kicked
on.
him. You're saying that there wasn't a tuss-up.
No, not
You're saying
that bad.
it wasn't a
And
tuss-up.
and
There might have been words. But,
sure,
but
words.
then,
There's
but
words
then,
at every
but
win.
then
Me
here's
and Travis
my,
Brown had words.
Okay.
Me and Roy Nelson had words.
Here's my question.
They didn't shut the fucking fight
Here's
down.
now let me ask some questions.
Can I ask a question though?
Yeah.
If everything I'm saying has no truth behind it, why so mad, bro? Why so mad? If nothing ever happened, you know how I would have dealt with if I'm him? If I'm him, I have $400 million in the bank. And Mickey Mouse, my
right,
boss.
I'll ask you the
and Mickey
question.
Mouse, go
I'll ask
ahead.
you the
I'm at the press conference. Next question. A guy who I single-handedly picked so you don't bring up anything controversial. Go,
Dana,
minion.
Dana,
Hey, go, low-energy white minion. You're up.
I don't identify as white. I'm
Anybody
half
else?
Sicilian.
Anybody else who doesn't subscribe to every word I say, get out of here.
Do you mind if I ask a question?
I'm
sir?
so sorry. I went on a rant. What's your fucking question?
My
Old
question,
man in the back. What do you got?
my question, sir.
Old
is,
wood face. What do you got?
do you mind, sir?
Sorry.
I don't like these ad hominem insults.
I'm so sorry. What's
Sir,
your stupid question?
Brennan Schaub is
That I already
suggesting.
know.
Brennan Schaub is suggesting that maybe there wasn't a tuss-up, and maybe you're drumming up controversy for, I don't know, clicks or something. What
Now,
what
you know
do
what? As a good journalist, I'll answer that question, but as a good journalist, you should ask really what exactly Brennan Schaub said. Do your due diligence before you open up
What did you say?
Before you open up your fat red trap.
What did you say?
What did I say? Oh, I said
Fat red trap.
Fat red trap.
What did you
All
say?
I said was I have some questions, and the chance of it being a big conspiracy. All right, but the chance of that's not good. And also, I get his argument about the commission, stuff like that. All I'm saying is I have some questions because for this to work out exactly like it did, everything would have to come in line. You take the Nate Diaz out of the fight, right? And so it just it works out where Khamzat's fighting a 180-pound man, right? And he just happened to weigh 180 pounds. And then Holland weighs in at a catch weight of 180. He's never done that before. So I'm already there. I'm like, no, that's weird, but I'll roll with it because I'm a team player. I'm not going to say
What would
anything.
be the-
So he fights Holland at 180, and it's a perfect matchup for Khamzat. Hold on. Khamzat, who's a fucking monster wrestler against a guy who has no wrestling. Okay, I'll play that game. Let's keep playing that game. So then if I did my due diligence where I'm going to take a backhand to my employees when I get back from this, here's my thing. He got so upset because I questioned what exactly happened, right? Now, his only defense is how you know people lying. It's a page out of his buddy Trump's book, which I actually like the way he argues and debates people. I think it's hilarious. It's very bro-ish of him, but it's funny. So I like funny, right? So when he attacks me, he doesn't address my main point. I'm not talking about, he goes, well, to say that this was a low trending pay-per-view, the arena sold out. The gate was sold out. Hey, Redface, I'm not talking about the gate. Okay, you sold out whatever the arena was at T-Mobile. That's easy work. Jay Leno could fucking sell that out. You sell out every show. That's not a big deal. It's whatever, 16,000 people. I'm not talking about that. I'm referring to, and this is where you fucked up, bro. I'm referring to the trending pay-per-views because they know how pay-per-view is going to do before the first prelims fight on Saturday. They have an idea how it's going to do based off the algorithm, the media, all the marketing they put into it. They have an idea. My theory, again, I'm not dying on this hill. I'm definitely not dying on this hill, but we'll get to how I can validate my theory. My theory is it wasn't trending well. Because the treatment of Nate Diaz, a legend of the UFC, a guy who's put his life on the line, a guy who's always fought the man, wanted out of his contract, has demanded a fight for a year now, and you won't give it to him. And because he wanted to go off and venture and fight Jake Paul, make more money than God than Dana's ever paid him, you make him walk through this fucking terrible matchup that most fans, the general fans,
see it.
they're not familiar with them.
Yeah.
But they look up the odds and they go, holy oh, this is a slaughter. This is the scene in Jurassic Park where the T-Rex eats the fucking chained up goat. We don't want to see this, so it's not trending. So Dana overplayed his hand. You see? He overplayed his hand,
And
you
this
see?
was a genius way of getting out of it by creating.
So he goes, this ain't good, man. And also, he didn't realize the support Nate Diaz has. Now, you can be a Nate Diaz hater, a Nick Diaz hater, the Diaz brother haters. You can be a hater, but you know when somebody's being a bully and fucking somebody over. And he thought, people won't care. They just want to see Hamzat get a win. We don't. We actually don't. We actually care more about Nate Diaz than Hamzat. And the treatment of him, we're not fucking with it. And if you remember the Wednesday before that pay-per-view, what I say on this, that fucking Nate Diaz rant I went on, I said, this is why I should root for Nate Diaz. And I said, if you're not actually a Nate Diaz fan and you want to show that you're not okay with this, don't buy the pay-per-view. Now, I'm not saying that influence people not buying the pay-per-view, but I'm saying that's one way you can fight the man and fight back. It's the only thing you can do. So I think it wasn't trending well. They came up with this theory, and it was their plan B all along. It just happened to work out. A catch weight at 180 is very strange to me because it wasn't that short notice of a fight. Tony Ferguson beyond there. Tony Ferguson and Nate Diaz makes all the sense.
All the sense.
So that just happens to be the perfect matchup. Again, I'm fine with that. Maybe the stars aligned and that happened for you. And that's more likely than not what happened. I'm all good with that. All I'm saying is for the first time in the UFC, you cancel a weigh-in because of the chaos.